Top 5 Secrets to Kill Nocturnal Bucks. Did you know that over 70% of mature bucks go completely nocturnal during hunting season? That means while you're asleep, those trophy-class giants are out there roaming, feeding, and completely dodging your trail cams. Sounds frustrating, right? But what if I told you the bucks aren't actually nocturnal at all? What if they're just one step ahead of you? Welcome to the video that's about to flip everything you thought you knew about hunting nocturnal bucks. Because today, we're diving into the top 5 secrets to kill nocturnal bucks. Strategies the pros swear by, but almost nobody talks about. If you've ever wondered how some hunters seem to tag giants year after year, while others only see deer tracks in the mud, this video is your answer. And trust me, every one of these secrets has the power to completely transform your deer season. So grab a seat, lock in, and let's get into it. Scout like a predator, not a tourist. Here's the truth nobody tells you. Most hunters scout like birdwatchers. They look for rubs, tracks, and trails during the day, and then wonder why they never see bucks. But mature, nocturnal bucks? They live in the shadows. They move with intention. They don't leave signs out in the open like reckless teenagers tagging trees. If you want to find them, you have to scout like they think, with caution, precision, and absolute stealth. Studies from leading deer biologists show that a single mistake during your scouting trip can bump a mature buck out of his core area for days. But here's the twist. You can outsmart this behavior using a combination of thermal maps, historical trail cam data, and wine-based bedding patterns. Think like a Navy SEAL on recon, not a hiker with binoculars. Sounds intense? It is, but the payoff is discovering those hidden travel routes bucks only use in darkness. And when you find one, you're halfway to tagging him. And hey, I get it. It's easy to feel like you're doing too much. You're probably thinking, is all this necessary? But let's be honest, how many seasons do you want to go home empty-handed before you flip the game in your favor? Time your hunts like a chess grandmaster. Nocturnal bucks don't care about your schedule. They move when conditions favor them, not when it's convenient for you. And that's why timing your hunts based on wind shifts, cold fronts, and pressure drops is your most underrated weapon. Not random Saturdays, not vacation days, but kill days. The National Deer Association published research showing that buck movement spikes by as much as 28% following a temperature drop of just 10 degrees Fahrenheit. Combine that with low hunting pressure and a rising moon, and boom, you've got a perfect storm. Timing isn't just about being lucky. It's about stacking odds in your favor until the buck makes a mistake, and you're already there waiting. I like to think of it like cooking a perfect steak. If you jump the gun, you ruin it. If you wait too long, it's overcooked. But hit the timing just right? You'll remember that moment for life, so stop guessing. Start tracking weather data, moon phases, and wind shifts like a pro. The bucks already are. Create access routes that make you invisible. Most hunters blow their chances before they even sit down. Why? Because the deer hear, smell, and see them coming a mile away. And nocturnal bucks? They've turned this sixth sense into an art form. If you're not thinking about your access route the way a burglar plans a silent break-in, you're leaving your entire season to chance. Here's the kicker. Those big bucks aren't avoiding daylight. They're avoiding you. That crunch of leaves, that puff of scent you left behind. Even that flashlight flicker at 5 a.m.? It all adds up. But if you build a route using terrain features like creek beds, ditch lines, and ridges to stay hidden, suddenly, you're not the intruder anymore. You're the ghost. One expert hunter I know calls it the ghost mode method. And once I tried it, everything changed. I walked into my stand without ever alerting a thing, and boom! 2 hours later, a bruiser came in, totally unaware. Coincidence? Not a chance. If your approach path isn't part of your strategy, you're not hunting. You're just hiking with a weapon. Manipulate their movement with habitat traps. You don't have to hunt where the bucks are now. You can make them go where you want. No, I'm not talking about bait piles or gimmicks. I'm talking about real field-tested habitat manipulation, creating funnels, blockades, and sweet spots that guide buck movement straight into your shooting lane. Imagine this. You hinge cut a few trees to thicken cover and block an open path. You leave a small, clear trail that weaves past your stand. Suddenly, a buck feels safe taking your route. You didn't chase him, you led him. This strategy works especially well for nocturnal bucks because they prefer tight cover and security. You're not forcing anything. You're giving him exactly what he wants, in exactly the right place. And the beauty of this tactic? It works long-term. You set it, then let nature take over. By the time hunting season opens, that route is burned into the deer's memory, and you'll be sitting pretty at the end of it. Just remember, don't overdo it. One well-placed cut can speak louder than 10. It's like creating a VIP entrance to your club. You're in control of the velvet rope. Pressure management is the invisible weapon. Here's a hard truth. The #1 reason bucks go nocturnal is you. Not the coyotes, not the wind, not even the moon. It's hunting pressure. Every time you enter the woods, you leave behind scent, sound, and subtle shifts that the deer immediately pick up on. And once a mature buck senses that pressure, he doesn't panic. He just disappears into darkness. But here's where you flip the script. By becoming the most unpredictable hunter in the woods. Hunt less, but smarter. Rotate stands. Hunt the perimeter. Let trail cams do your work until the timing is perfect. Because the less pressure you apply, the more natural movement you'll start to see. And suddenly, that nocturnal buck starts showing up in daylight. Why? Because you gave him no reason to stay hidden. Think of it like fishing in a quiet pond. You throw a rock, and the fish scatter. But stay still, and they come right back. Your job as a hunter isn't to push harder, it's to push smarter. If you made it this far, you're clearly serious about leveling up your whitetail game, and I respect that. Use trail cameras like a time machine, not a trap. What if I told you your trail camera isn't just a tool? It's a window into a buck's habits that can predict the future. Most hunters use trail cams to see what walked by, but elite hunters use them to forecast movement patterns, pinpoint timing, and understand behavior like a wildlife biologist. It's not about the photo, it's about the story behind the photo. You see, nocturnal bucks don't just appear out of nowhere. They have patterns, tiny, consistent clues in the timestamps, wind direction, moon phase, and barometric pressure. When you sync your trail cam data with weather history and terrain mapping, you start to see the invisible trail they're leaving behind. It's like CSI for deer hunters. The more data you gather, the more accurate your hunts become. You're not just guessing when to hunt anymore, you're predicting it. So before you head out this season, ask yourself, are you hunting the way you want or the way they move? Because when you start thinking like a buck, that's when the real magic happens. If this video helped you or opened your eyes to something new, do me a solid. Hit that like button, subscribe for more real-world hunting strategies, and drop a comment below telling me which secret hit the hardest for you. And if you've got your own trick for daylighting nocturnal bucks, I want to hear it. This is your season. Make it count.